Yo, what's going on, people? Sorry I haven't put a video up in a while. I've been really busy with work and stuff. Ticked off some life goals this past week. Actually spoke in the Senate on Tuesday, which is basically like Parliament, Welsh Parliament, in front of police commissioners and prison officers and drug agencies and so on. It was really good. I was nervous, and everything that I wrote down and planned, as soon as I got up there, just went out the window. But Clara filmed it all, so hopefully I'll upload that either on the Central Club or on this channel. I've got some great podcasts lined up, guys. Literally star-studded. In the sense of YouTube, there's one or two massive names up there with like the Dougie Joyces, where, you know, the views will do well. But I've also got one or two who are just massive in general, like, you know, out of YouTube. So I'm really looking forward to them. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who tuned into Dougie Joyce's podcast on the weekend just gone. You know, he answered all the questions I asked him. He came across really well, I thought, and he showed me nothing but respect. You know, I had my perceptions in a way of Dougie Joyce, you know, before this, and, you know, they all changed when he came down, just from the way, you know, he acted. And, you know, I take my hat off to him. As well, his brother John Joyce came down. I never met John, never spoke to John before that, but he showed me respect. Obviously, this was a podcast for Dougie Joyce, but, you know, for moral support, I offered his brother to sit there. And to be honest, I would have left that podcast there, done, finished. Dougie, thank you very much. If you've got some events going on in the next couple of months you want to promote, more than welcome to come back down. But there was, you know, an elephant in the room, so to speak, that people were talking about in the comment section. And they were talking about, you know, John Joyce, his convictions. They were talking about him being a quote-unquote rapist, yeah? I never knew nothing. I never knew none of that. To be honest, I'm not a paedophile hunter. I'm not the police. I'm a podcaster. You know, I try and say this all the time to people, but if I want, I could interview serial killers, rapists. You know, that's what I do. I'm a podcaster. But I never knew any of that. So when I did look into it after, it said to me that he was not guilty anyway. But a lot of people have been stressing. But I would have left that there, you know. They showed me nothing but respect. I got what I wanted out of Dougie. Move on. I had a phone call yesterday off Dougie Joyce. And then I had a message off John as well. And they said, Colin, please, will you let people know that in 2 weeks' time, can you book us in again? We're going to answer all the questions. You can ask us all the questions that people have been asking. Now you know about this. And we'll also bring paperwork down. I said, look, you know, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that with me anyway, you know, because, you know, to be honest, to be really honest, I think it's ridiculous how people on YouTube can just, you know, tell people what to do and get your paperwork. I've never heard of this stuff in my life, you know, and I've lived a life of crime. And I never ever heard of this shit on YouTube. It's crazy. But, you know, if the man wants to clear his name, if people are throwing that around, I totally understand him. And, you know, they're coming down then. So I'm going to do a live tonight to talk about it more in depth on the Central Club. But yeah, I've got a few announcements. But like I said, thank you to everyone who showed their support for Dougie Joyce's podcast. We actually gained quite a lot of subscribers off the back of it as well, which is nice. But then it also makes me laugh because, you know, all these people are giving so much negativity towards Dougie Joyce, but at the same time I get the views and the subs, so no one wants to watch the inspirational stuff that I put out. You know, people will say, oh, they're the Central Club, they're quite boring, they are, you know, but I'm doing pure positive stuff. I do one podcast with Dougie Joyce, who's got a bit of a name about himself, and everyone's on it. It's funny that, isn't it? But hey, listen, it was great meeting Dougie and John, and let's get it on. 2 weeks' time. Stay Central.